Good morning. My name is Tom Flaherty, and I'm with Nile, and thank you for making the time for us today. What we wanted to do in this presentation is give you an introduction to the Nile Access Service, which is a next-generation cloud-delivered wired and wireless LAN solution that is 100% delivered as a service. You can see from our tagline at the top, we are natively secure, perfectly autonomous, and 100% delivered as a service. This is a completely new way for organizations to solve for enterprise wired and wireless access, delivered 100% as a service based on the principles of cloud architecture. So let's get into the presentation. A little bit about who we are. We're a different kind of startup. If you look at the pedigree of folks from our leadership team, who over the last 30 years have made their mark in the industry, particularly in the network space relative to how networks are designed, deployed, and operated. As part of our journey, as part of our journey in building this offer in our go-to-market, we've spent a lot of time with different businesses across different segments to understand their wired and wireless access networks in depth, the investments they're making in IT products across those lines, their security practices, and their operational dependencies, and integrated all of those considerations into this groundbreaking service. We're about a 6-year-old company. We've been shipping our solution commercially in the market for 2+ years now, with about 250 customers on the Nile Access service. From a seed capital perspective, we have secured over $300 million in total funding from a number of strategic investment partners that have really given us a long runway to compete aggressively in the market and turn over the enterprise access marketplace that has been, for all intents and purposes, designed, built, delivered, and consumed in the same manner of fashion for the last almost 3 decades. So a little bit about kind of the North Star for Nile. Why is Nile looking to kind of bring a new methodology and approach to enterprise networking? Essentially, over the last 30 years, each product innovation or each iteration of innovation in that enterprise layer of the network has come with its own specific purpose-built hardware, purpose-built software, purpose-built licensing and support requirements. The operational burden of owning, operating, and maintaining these networks were oftentimes left to the IT staffs of your organizations to cobble together this infrastructure and essentially deliver this solution as a service to your customers. The complexity with each one of these iterations continued to climb with every budget cycle, with every security enhancement, with every performance enhancement. Each one of these enhancements led to greater complexity and greater burden to network operators. It's not just Nile saying this. Our traditional competitors of Cisco, HPE, and Juniper are trying to address their businesses as well and understand how they can remove the complexity from this network infrastructure into a more consumable and as a service delivered solution. So our North Star is really to try and make wired and wireless networks to be delivered as a utility, to be delivered 100% as a service. The infrastructure, the how we do what we do, should be transparent to the end user. They should understand that the network is going to work, it's going to be available, and it's going to perform. At Nile, with our vertically integrated solution that comprises our own purpose-built hardware, our own cloud, as well as our own AI applications to manage and operate the network, we are truly attempting to disrupt this legacy product-focused networking solution with an offer that's specifically designed to deliver an outstanding experience to your users, to your constituents in their enterprise network. How do we do that? There's 3 tiers to the Nile Access Service. There's the product element, which is our Nile Service Block, which is a purpose-built, vertically integrated, on-premise infrastructure that delivers the wired and wireless access to your customers. But how we provide that architecture, how we built our architecture, allows us to extend all the principles of zero trust to campus and network security. There is no lateral movement in our network. From the cloud perspective, our Nile Copilot portal delivers real-time observability, and operations and visibility into how your network is performing, right down to the device level. And if there are any issues in that network, where that problem is and how it needs to be resolved. From an application perspective, we are an AI native network solution. We are using our own applications to provide closed loop automation, where our applications and our AI software is not only monitoring the network, but proactively managing and operating the network so that there's no need for human intervention to resolve problems with the Nile Access Service. So let's take a look at really what's under the hood. Like I said, there's 3 layers to the Nile Access Service. This is our Nile Service Block. The Nile Service Block for our wired and wireless access networks integrates, for all intents and purposes, 10 separate product functions into a single solution. Okay, the Nile networking hardware as part of our service block is purpose-built to be fully orchestrated from the cloud and is powered by our cloud-native software that helps us enable comprehensive network data collection across all layers of your network so that we can make sure that we're delivering an optimized solution for you and for your users. We provide a standard design. Every single Nile customer looks exactly the same. There's not a menu of hardware and software options to choose from, since we are delivering this solution 100% as a service. All of our customers receive the exact same hardware platform, from access points to switching to sensors, the exact same cloud experience, as well as the exact same AI delivered experience that our customers have come to expect from Nile. Every single customer is the same. Because of that, we are able to drive efficiency and confidence in the solution, making sure that we can provide a 99.95% uptime for our Nile Access Service to our customers. A little bit about how we're different, right? So this is 100% delivered as a service. This is not a consumption model where our customers are buying, racks and pallets of equipment from us and have to uncover capital budget. This is 100% delivered as the utility-based subscription model. Because we are delivering our offer as a service, we are the industry's only guaranteed SLA-backed service. So we're basically saying, if you subscribe to the Nile Access Service, we will guarantee you via SLA the availability, capacity, and coverage for your network. Again, since we are delivering this offer as a service, much in the same way that AWS and GCP deliver cloud services, it's up to Nile to maintain the consistency in the software. So we're always running on the latest software version. There's no specific device discrepancies, and it's not incumbent on you, our customer, to make sure that your network is up to par relative to where we are from a software release train. We talk about lower technical debt, and what we mean by that is we have simplified the architecture. And in a further conversation, we can take you into a deeper dive into the architecture and how we've done that. But for all intents and purposes, the Nile Access Service operates as a layer 3 service. We've reduced and eliminated all of the complexities that exist at layer 2, from a VLAN, a broadcast, a spanning tree perspective. All of the issues that have typically caused degradation in network performance at the access layer, we have eliminated. What we couldn't eliminate, we've simplified. And what we couldn't eliminate and simplify, we've automated. Okay, so this is really, with our integrated solution, a much different way to approach the architecture piece in the access layer. Because of our focus on automation and integration and eliminating that layer 2 traffic, we have built-in security, built-in zero trust security across your campus natively in our system. There's no east-west horizontal traffic in our model. Traffic flows from the customer, from your edge device through the Nile service block north to layer 3, typically egressing the network at a layer 3 firewall. Okay, again, we are fully automated and AI driven. With our predictive AI operations, we can guarantee these outcomes, where our competitors are using AI to provide reporting on their network status and recommendations for how to remedy or triage any issues in the network. We are using our AI to fully and autonomously operate your network. So this is really a step up and a step in a different direction from a how to consume this technology, and more importantly, how to manage and operate. But the reality is, if a customer is looking to make a move from what they have currently installed to make a move to a new platform like Nile, we have to be prescriptively able to deliver, prescriptively able to articulate how we deliver value. So if you look across this slide, we're able to deliver value from a business leader perspective, an IT strategy perspective, the frontline networking team, the IT security team, as well as the IT operations team. And I'll just kind of take you through quickly a couple of examples of each one of these. So from a business leader perspective, we can fairly accurately demonstrate that we are able to deliver a very robust, lower total cost of ownership, because we are the only campus and branch network that offers a cloud-native software stack that heals itself, secures itself, and maintains itself. We are able to eliminate and reduce a lot of the burden, or most of the burden, from an operations perspective that you have to maintain in order to deliver a quality wired and wireless LAN experience for your users. From the IT networking team, we are 100%, and we're the only offer that can guarantee our network performance. And we do that a couple of different ways. We have a consistent design in our Nile service deployments. All of our customers look and feel and act the same from a hardware, from a software, and from a cloud experience perspective. Because of that consistency in our approach, we are able to offer that predictable user experience, guarantee that network availability, guarantee that capacity, and guarantee that coverage, because all of your sites look exactly the same. From a security perspective, again, everybody's focused on security. It's probably one of the largest line items in the enterprise IT budget on an annual basis. We really believe that zero trust security should be standard in the network. It shouldn't be an add-on. And we've done that by eliminating the VLANs, by eliminating that horizontal traffic inside of the network. We are the only network solution that can isolate any and all devices in the network with zero trust security at layer 3, preventing any lateral movement, any man-in-the-middle attacks, or any movement of potential intrusions inside of your network. This is not an add-on function. This is native to the Nile service block, or to the Nile service offering. From an operations perspective, we are quickly able to tackle what used to take so much time from an automation perspective. Bug scrubs, software updates, configuration updates, wherever there was the opportunity for human intervention and human error, we have automated, simplified, or eliminated. And because of that, we have a much lower operations cost within your service organization. We are, for all intents and purposes, the only network service that takes that network operation function off of your shoulders. We are invested in your success. We are invested with you in order to guarantee that experience for your customers. So we are making sure that our network is operating at full capacity to deliver that experience to your users. As I mentioned, we've been shipping our solution for about the last little over 2 years now. And you can see we are having some really good success with global enterprise customers like a Pitney Bowes, large national retailers like Dollar Tree, boutique financial customers like Jackson Financial, a real strong presence in healthcare and higher education, Damon University. Winston-Salem State University here in North Carolina, a couple of notable schools in the West Coast and the Bay Area that are also Nile customers, Stanford University being one of them, are all moving to the Nile solution. So you can see as we've come out of stealth in September of 22 to where we are now, we're getting some really good traction across the board with some highly recognizable logos on our customer sheet here. So just wrapping up as we get toward the end of the presentation, the only way that anybody would be able to deliver the guaranteed outcomes and the experience that Nile is providing is to build a solution as a fully integrated platform. Okay, Tesla did it successfully from the electric vehicle and autonomous driving vehicles. They built a fully integrated platform. You can't take all the piece parts that make a Tesla and put that into, a Honda, a Toyota. It won't work. And that's what our legacy competitors have been doing. They've been adding some pieces and parts around their solution that make it want to look and feel like an as-a-service solution or advertise that they can deliver some of the things that we do. But the fact of the matter is, it's not an integrated platform. We have built our platform from ground up. We've built that platform from ground up to provide this guaranteed performance network, a secure network, and a highly available network. With our integrated platform, we're the only offer in the market we feel that can deliver that. So again, just to wrap things up, we are really looking to make the consumption, the deployment, and the use of your enterprise wired and wireless access network as simple as a utility, as reliable as a utility. We have flexible pricing models, either per user or per square foot on an annual contract basis. We work hand in glove with our partners like Intelix to deliver this solution from a deployment perspective, as well as customer support. And then we have add-on services to round out the offer, round out your network from cloud-delivered guest services, cloud-delivered DHCP services, and cloud-delivered radius services that are all available as network add-ons to the Nile service. So Carly, with that caps what I wanted to cover today quickly from a Nile introduction perspective. Are there any questions? Does anybody on the line have any questions that we'd like to discuss?
I actually do have a few. What is the ideal customer profile for the Nile service?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll start, and then Kevin Fluke, if you want to come in and add some color. But the ideal customer, I think, for Nile is somebody that's experiencing some sort of operational challenge with how their network is deployed today. Be that from a cost perspective, a performance perspective, a security perspective, or an operations perspective. There needs to be, from a customer perspective, something compelling for them to say, I can't do this the way I've been doing it. I need to look at something different because I need to solve for one of these operational, pain points or operational considerations. Kevin, any color you'd like to add?
It's interesting. What we're finding is it's almost a customer attitude consideration as well. If your customers have bought into the benefits of as a service, right? Whether it's going to AWS and all that, infrastructure, software, what have you, they kind of see the benefits of not doing it yourself. And so this gives the customer an opportunity to use as a service, which is Nile. Even though it has hardware on site, it's really a cloud-based service. It just happens to have some connectivity devices on site, right? But the benefits is the same as as your customers have often experienced as a service, right? They don't have to take away focus from their business to build a network and to manage a network and all that. It becomes a true utility, like Tom said before. So kind of keep that in mind. If they have leaning towards as a service, Nile is something maybe to consider.
Good question.
Great, thank you. Do customers lose visibility and control with the Nile solution with it being as a service?
Yeah, that's another good one, and the answer is absolutely positively no. We're not delivering this as a managed service. We want you to have visibility. We want you to have control. We are just working in the background across all of our customers in parallel to make sure that the Nile service is 100% available and accessible to your teams.
I'd even add, most of our customers, after they experience the Nile experience, they actually think they have more control, more visibility into their environment. But let me throw some stuff at you real quick. That visibility and control is related to end users devices, right? Cameras and IP phones, applications, infrastructure, wireless LAN challenges. They have better visibility and better control for that layer of the network, which is the most important to them, right? How's the end user experience? Are the applications working and things like that? Because Nile is giving that visibility and control via our cloud solution. Again, I know we got equipment on site, but it's really a cloud solution via our deep instrumentation, telemetry data, and we can geek out and tell you all this type of stuff. A customer can determine any user, any device on the network, like in the last 90 days, we can tell you where that device was at any given point in time, what type of connectivity, if they were having issues. And better than that, it's being proactive to fix any issues. That's a whole other different story. But most customers think they have better control and better visibility with Nile than they do in any existing enterprise network.
Awesome, thank you. Final question, how is this Nile service different than other solutions such as Cisco, Aruba, and Meraki?
Kevin, why don't you take that?
Absolutely. Tom hit on something earlier, and I just want to add some more clarity to it, right? This system is completely different than anything else out there because it was designed from the ground up, and it's a deterministic design. Okay, well, what's that mean, right? From an end user standpoint, we allow them to use their network, this utility type service we provide. But the focus is streamlining operations. It's providing robust security, better than anything they've ever been able to afford or configure, enhanced performance, right? That's kind of the point, right? How do we do it? Tom hit on some of it. We've eliminated so much of the complexity. We've streamlined the hardware and software. We've eliminated configuration errors, and it continues, right? Ease of setup, scalability. We've increased reliability via this cloud managed closed loop automation with AI in the background, and we could geek out on that. Ease of management, reporting, maintenance. It goes on and on. But the point we want to make is this is completely different than anything else out there. It's almost like comparing, I drive a 2017 Nissan. It's like comparing my 2017 Nissan with the latest and greatest self-driving vehicle that's out there, whatever that may be, right? Does it replace the need for Meraki and Aruba and all that? Yes, it does, but it's a whole different ballgame. And again, because it's built from the ground up, it's not 30 years old technology, which is what, because again, we had the luxury of starting from scratch, not trying to badmouth anything that's out there, right? We've just had the benefit of starting from scratch, clean slate of paper. How would we build a network, in today's environment? And that's what we've done.
Great, thank you.